Aladdin was a street urchin, a young man who had grown up on the rough-and-tumble streets of Agrabah. Despite his ragged appearance and the hardships he faced daily, he had a heart of gold. He lived in the bustling city of Agrabah, a place filled with vibrant colors, exotic scents, and the constant hum of activity. Life was tough, and every day was a struggle to survive. To make it through each day, Aladdin had to resort to stealing food from the market stalls. It wasn't something he was proud of, but it was a necessity. But he wasn't alone in his struggles. He had his loyal monkey friend Abu by his side. Together they formed an inseparable team. Always looking out for each other, they navigated the challenges of street life with a sense of camaraderie and mutual support. One day, everything changed for Aladdin. He met Princess Jasmine. Jasmine was not only beautiful but also kind-hearted. She had a grace and elegance that set her apart from anyone Aladdin had ever met. Despite her royal status, Jasmine felt trapped within the confines of the palace walls. She longed for freedom, to experience the world beyond her gilded cage. Aladdin was instantly smitten by her. He had never encountered anyone like her before, someone who understood the value of freedom and the desire to break free from societal constraints. In that moment, Aladdin vowed to do anything for her. He wanted to see her smile again, to bring joy to her life. Her smile was like a beacon of hope for him, a reminder that there was more to life than just surviving. Jasmine, on the other hand, had dreams of her own. She wanted to be Sultan, to rule Agrabah with wisdom and compassion. She believed she could bring about positive change in her kingdom, to create a better life for all its inhabitants. With a determined spirit, she envisioned a future where she could help those in need, people like Aladdin who deserved a chance at a better life. Jasmine's heart was set on making a difference, on using her position to uplift the downtrodden and bring hope to the hopeless. But she knew that achieving her dreams wouldn't be easy. She needed to find a way to turn her aspirations into reality. She had to challenge the traditions that held her back, to prove herself capable of leading. Jasmine was ready to face any challenge, to demonstrate her skills and earn the respect of her people. Aladdin, on the other hand, was completely different. He had no power, no wealth, and no status. He was just a poor young man trying to make it through each day. But what he lacked in material possessions, he made up for with his quick wit and resourcefulness. Aladdin had a knack for getting out of tricky situations. Whether it was escaping from guards or outsmarting those who sought to harm him, he always found a way to survive. And despite the harshness of his life, he never lost his compassion. He had a good heart, always willing to help those in need. Deep down, Aladdin dreamed of a better life. He wanted to be more than just a street rat, to rise above his circumstances and make a name for himself. He wanted to make a difference in the world, to leave a positive impact on those around him. All he needed was a chance, an opportunity to prove himself and show the world what he was truly capable of. And with Jasmine by his side, he believed that anything was possible. Aladdin was captivated by Jasmine's spirit. From the moment he first laid eyes on her, he could see that she was different from anyone he had ever met. There was a fire in her eyes, a determination that spoke of dreams and aspirations far beyond the confines of the palace walls. He saw a kindred spirit in her. Aladdin too had dreams that seemed out of reach. He longed for a life where he wasn't just a street rat, but someone who could make a difference. In Jasmine, he saw someone who understood that longing. They both wanted a life different from what they had. Jasmine, though a princess, felt trapped in her royal life, while Aladdin felt the weight of his poverty. They both yearned for something more, something that would allow them to be true to themselves. They both yearned for freedom. For Jasmine, it was the freedom to make her own choices, to explore the world beyond the palace gates. For Aladdin, it was the freedom from the daily struggle for survival, the chance to prove that he was more than just a common thief. Aladdin wished he could give Jasmine everything she desired. He wanted to be the one to help her achieve her dreams, to see her smile with the joy of true freedom. But he knew that as long as he remained a street rat, he could never be the man she needed. One day, Jasmine snuck out of the palace. Disguised in simple clothes, she ventured into the bustling streets of Agrabah, eager to experience the world she had only seen from her window. She was tired of being confined within its walls. The palace, with all its luxury, felt like a gilded cage. Jasmine longed to see the real Agrabah, to meet its people and understand their lives. She yearned to experience the real Agrabah. The sights, the sounds, the smells of the marketplace were a world away from the sterile opulence of the palace. Jasmine felt a thrill of excitement as she wandered through the crowded streets. However, she quickly found herself in trouble. The marketplace, with all its vibrancy, also held dangers that Jasmine was unprepared for. She was not used to the roughness of the streets, and her naivety soon attracted unwanted attention. She was almost robbed in the marketplace. A merchant, seeing her unfamiliarity, tried to take advantage of her. He grabbed her arm, demanding payment for something she hadn't even bought. Aladdin, being the quick-witted young man he was, saw Jasmine's predicament. From a distance he noticed the commotion and recognized the look of distress on her face. He swiftly intervened, saving her from the thief. With a few quick moves, Aladdin managed to free Jasmine from the merchant's grasp, pulling her to safety. He used his street smarts to outwit the thief and send him running. Aladdin's years of surviving on the streets had taught him how to handle such situations, and he deftly turned the tables on the merchant. Jasmine was thankful for Aladdin's help. She had never met anyone like him before, someone who could navigate the complexities of the marketplace with such ease. She was impressed by his bravery. Aladdin's courage and quick thinking had saved her, and she couldn't help but admire him for it. They spent the day together. As they walked through the streets of Agrabah, they talked and laughed, sharing stories of their lives and dreams. They talked about their dreams and frustrations. Jasmine spoke of her desire to be more than just a princess, to have a say in the running of the kingdom. Aladdin shared his dreams of a better life, one where he wasn't constantly struggling to survive. Aladdin learned about Jasmine's desire to be sultan. She wanted to lead her people, to bring about change and make Agrabah a better place for everyone. He saw the potential she possessed. Aladdin could see that Jasmine had the qualities of a great leader: intelligence, compassion, and a strong sense of justice. He knew she would make a great leader. In his mind's eye, he could see her ruling Agrabah with wisdom and grace, bringing prosperity and happiness to its people. He wished there was a way he could help her achieve her dream. Aladdin's heart ached with the desire to support Jasmine in her quest, to be the one who helped her realize her full potential. He knew that together, they could achieve great things. Unbeknownst to Aladdin, a sinister plot was unfolding in the palace. The bustling marketplace was filled with the sounds of merchants calling out their wares and the chatter of townsfolk. But Aladdin had no idea that his life was about to change forever. Within the dark, foreboding corridors of the palace, shadowy figures were plotting. The air was thick with tension and the whispers of conspiracy. The palace, usually a place of grandeur and splendor, now seemed to harbor secrets and malevolent intentions. Jafar, the Sultan's royal vizier, craved power. His ornate robes and snake staff were symbols of his authority, but they also masked his true intentions. Jafar's eyes gleamed with a menacing ambition that knew no bounds. He wanted to rule Agrabah. The palace, with its golden domes and majestic towers, was a constant reminder of the power he sought. Jafar's ambition was not just to serve the Sultan, but to replace him and become the ruler of Agrabah himself. He was a master of deception. Jafar's smirk was a testament to his cunning nature. He spent countless hours in deep thought, meticulously planning his rise to power. Every move he made was calculated, every word he spoke was part of his grand scheme. He used his position to manipulate the Sultan. Jafar had a plan. He whispered sweet lies and half-truths into the Sultan's ear, all the while holding secretive documents that detailed his true intentions. The Sultan, trusting his loyal vizier, had no idea of the betrayal that was brewing. He knew of a magical lamp hidden in the Cave of Wonders. This cave, with its mystical glow and air of mystery, was said to hold untold power. The lamp within was the key to Jafar's plan, a source of magic that could grant him his deepest desires. He believed the genie inside the lamp could give him the power he craved. The lamp, with its ethereal glow, was more than just an artifact. It was a vessel of immense power. Jafar's gaze was fixed on it, his mind racing with the possibilities that the genie's magic could offer. He would use the genie's magic to take over Agrabah. Holding the lamp triumphantly, Jafar envisioned the swirling magical energy transforming his dreams into reality. With the genie's power at his command, he would be unstoppable. He would become the most powerful man in the land. Jafar's vision of himself on a throne, ruling over Agrabah, was vivid and intoxicating. The thought of absolute power consumed him, driving him to take ever more drastic measures to achieve his goal. However, only a diamond in the rough could enter the Cave of Wonders. The cave's entrance glowed with an otherworldly light, guarding its secrets fiercely. Jafar knew that only a person of pure heart, a diamond in the rough, could gain access to the cave and retrieve the lamp. Jafar needed to find this person. He spent countless hours looking through his crystal ball and scanning ancient maps, searching for the one who could unlock the cave's secrets. His determination was unwavering, his focus absolute. He used his magic staff. The snake staff, a symbol of his dark power, emanated magical energy as Jafar cast spells and incantations to aid in his search. The staff was an extension of his will, a tool to bend reality to his desires. He searched far and wide. Finally, he found Aladdin. The bustling marketplace, with its myriad of sights and sounds, was the perfect place for Jafar to find his diamond in the rough. When he spotted Aladdin, he knew he had found the key to his plan. Jafar saw Aladdin's encounter with Jasmine. He watched from the shadows as Aladdin interacted with Jasmine, noting the young man's bravery and resourcefulness. Jafar realized that Aladdin was not just a street rat, but someone with the potential to change the course of Agrabah's future. He knew Aladdin was the key to obtaining the lamp. Jafar's eyes never left Aladdin, his mind racing with plans to manipulate the young man. He knew that Aladdin's pure heart was the key to unlocking the Cave of Wonders and retrieving the magical lamp. He pretended to be a harmless old man. Donning a disguise, Jafar approached Aladdin as a frail, harmless old man. His hood concealed his true identity, and his voice was soft and unassuming. It was a masterful act of deception, designed to gain Aladdin's trust. He tricked Aladdin into helping him. With a few well-chosen words and a carefully crafted story, Jafar convinced Aladdin to help him. He handed Aladdin a seemingly innocuous item, a token of trust, and led him towards the Cave of Wonders. He promised Aladdin riches beyond his wildest dreams. The promise of untold wealth and treasure was too much for Aladdin to resist. His eyes widened with excitement at the thought of riches that could change his life and the life of Jasmine forever. Aladdin, blinded by the possibility of a better life for himself and Jasmine, agreed to help Jafar. The hope of a brighter future, free from the struggles of his current life, clouded Aladdin's judgment. Determined to seize this opportunity, he agreed to assist Jafar, unaware of the dark path he was being led down. Aladdin, following Jafar's precise instructions, journeyed to the Cave of Wonders. The cave was guarded by a fearsome, imposing tiger head. It warned Aladdin of the many dangers inside. It told him only a pure-hearted person could safely enter. Aladdin, despite his fear and hesitation, entered the cave. Inside, the cave shimmered with gold and countless jewels. It was a sight that could tempt anyone, even the strongest. But Aladdin remembered his solemn promise to Jafar. He knew he had to stay focused and not get distracted. He navigated the cave's treacherous paths. Finally, Aladdin found it, the magic lamp. It was sitting on a pedestal. It looked ordinary and unassuming, but Aladdin could sense its immense power. He reached for the lamp with determination. As soon as his hand touched it, the cave started to shake violently. Suddenly, a booming voice filled the entire cave. It was the Genie of the lamp. He had been trapped for thousands of years. He was finally free. He thanked Aladdin sincerely for releasing him. He offered Aladdin 3 magical wishes. Anything Aladdin desired would be his to command.